since my camera apparently cannot detect me unless I'm this close, this is how close we're gonna be today. Very intimate tale. I am, much like Fish Girl, going to be contributing to the topic of Jubilee.
I don't think some of you understand how like scary it is to expose a multi-million-dollar YouTube channel.
Hello, I'm the representative of this channel, and I'm just going to be stopping in every once in a while to say things that my client might have forgotten. Anything in this video in regards to Jubilee or Bobbi Brown's intent is purely alleged. All thoughts and opinions are of this channel and no one else. None of this is to attack the company, but simply to share the experience that was had. And I'll be doing all of this while putting my makeup on because it's relevant, and I'll tell you that as I go. Be patient. Oh my gosh. In summer 2024, I was in a Jubilee production, and I, just like many others, and probably you watching right now, drank the Jubilee Kool-Aid of thinking that they were a organization that cared about people, cared about community, and bringing people together to discuss difficult topics, but in a way that is productive and also careful. Taking my glasses off. I can no longer see, so if this goes out of focus or something, that's your business. Keep that out of my general knowledge. I do not care. I had previously applied. I don't even think I was in the video I applied for. Yeah, I applied for something else, one of the ones where you have to lie to people in a box, and I didn't get that, but it was all okay because I was cast in a Jubilee production that was going to be about the topic of women. Real women vote. Someone reached out to me and was like, hey, we know you've applied for our stuff in the past. Would you be interested in coming on and being in one of our other videos? This is the topic. And I was like, oh my goodness, yes, I'm a woman. I love women. And being a woman can mean so many different things. So I would love to be in this, and I'd love to talk to other people. They had me go through the application process again. They reach out again. They're like, hey, officially you're like in. Here's what it'd be. Here's what's going on. Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, sick. I knew going into this, I knew very little. I knew, one, that the topic was about women, that it was going to be a spectrum video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I did get more information as time went. I got information about, you know, where exactly I had to be, what I had to wear, and the fact that they didn't want me to come in with any makeup on because they were going to be providing makeup and like a little workshop for us there as part of the video. And I was like, oh, okay. Specifically makeup by Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. I was like, okay, thanks for the makeup, I guess. We get a little more information. It's like, yeah, Bobbi Brown's actually going to be a really big part of this video. And so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. As long as I get to talk. I tried this before and it failed. I'm trying it again. But I cannot for the life of me put on makeup and talk at the same time. My brain does not work that way. And yet here I am doing it again. I'm an MUA now. Welcome to my channel, guys. So as you saw, I started off with, actually, I'm not advertising Bobbi Brown stuff because they already got enough of that. Instead, what I will advertise is this beautiful little bluey, purpley bottle. It's 100% moringa oil. It's not mixed with anything else, and it is really good for moisturizing your skin and hair, and it also smells amazing. It's like woody. Is that weird? Like a woody smell. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So I get to set, and first thing that sticks out to me is that there are 1 million people there. There are 100 women. And I'm like, wait a second, because like I said, I was a huge Jubilee fan. I've watched their Spectrum videos a million times. There's max like 15 people in those. So I'm like, what is going on? I go in there, I start talking to other girls. One girl is like, yeah, I guess we're doing it in parts. Nobody knows what's going on. I don't know what's going on. She doesn't. That's just the vibe.
I did not know there was gonna be 100 women, so when I walked in, I was so surprised.
We're like waiting for a while, and we see them setting up, and we see long tables, and we're like, okay. So I guess this is the makeup portion. Like, that's what that is. And then they're going to split us up because there's way too many people, right? We go and we get this actually really beautiful workshop by some representative of Bobbi Brown. It was honestly good. It was fun. It was informative, and I got free makeup from it. So not complaining about that. They're like, basically, the reason they're here is to advertise their new foundation, which is like for a broader set of skin tones, and that's why there's 100 million thousand. There's actually only 100. There's 100 women there, at least from what they told me. They're like, that's why all of you are here, is to show just how much of a range our foundation covers. And everyone's like, woo, that's awesome, slay, thank you for setting that up for us. I'm like, okay. After that, we're like, that was so awesome. Can we like get to the main point, like the reason we're all here now? But I'm like, when are they gonna tell us what parts we're going into? Like, when are they gonna split this all up for us? So, you know, like what times are we going on? I was dead wrong. They finished setting up and they're like, all right, guys, get out there, go on. And I'm like, surely we're not all going to be on this set, all 100 of us. But alas, we were. And I'm like, in what world are we all going to be able to talk? And the way they explained it to us is like, we are going to ask you the question, and then the director is going to come out and pick 5 of you to come up front and, you know, give your opinion if you feel so inclined to have one. You better ask 100 questions so all of us get a chance. I did not come here to not say anything. Like, do not piss me off right now. And maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe they did tell us that there's going to be 100 of us in the fine print or something, but I'm just saying it wasn't like advertised in a way where it would be common knowledge. And they start asking questions, and I'm like, what is this? All of the questions are like, does makeup make you feel good about yourself or bad? Have you ever felt ugly without makeup? Are we seriously here to talk about makeup for like 5 hours? Okay, I know Poe says makeup. That's not what she meant. What she meant was that we are talking about beauty and makeup. The topic going into this was labeled purely as woman, and so to come into this and be talking about makeup and beauty standards as a whole kind of felt reducing, almost stating like, womanhood equals beauty. This is what we kind of live for, and it's kind of all encompassing of what being a woman is when it isn't. And so that's what I meant, or that's what Poe meant. Because I'm pretty sure I was there from like 10 to 6. Like, it was a long ass time. We keep going and they're asking the same basic questions, and aside from it fully being around makeup, I was so frustrated because these are old conversations, not to be rude to, you know, people who like Barbie and stuff.
You have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin.
But it's like, these conversations are conversations we as a society have been having. We know, yes, women have been pressured to look more beautiful and to wear makeup out in public, blah, 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 blah. These are not new topics. So I was like, why are we talking about this right now? Also, you can literally see it in the video. I am fighting to talk. I'm fighting to get up there. The director multiple times looked me dead in my eyes and walked past me. Maybe it wasn't malicious, but it did feel a little bit malicious. And then I'm like looking around too. Every single woman that was asked to be there that day, so hyper femme, or just femme in general. So after like 3 questions or so, and they all took a long time, you know, because there's like 100 of us shuffling around, and then we have to go up there and say our piece. A rep from Bobbi Brown comes out and is just like, you guys are doing so awesome. I love what I'm hearing right now. These answers are beautiful. Just want to let you know that this actually is an ad for Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. The person who I was standing next to also happened to work in marketing, like myself. And we looked at each other like, this whole video was set up. The only reason I got in, now I'm realizing, the whole video was set up so that Bobbi Brown could have this promotional video. It just sucks because I participated in a volunteered opportunity expecting it to be one thing, but it ended up being something completely different. And again, I'm sure I signed something that said I'm okay with doing this for free, yada, yada, yada. But this is not a Jubilee video. Actually, Jubilee even said, tag Bobbi Brown, it's not going on the Jubilee account. I can link the video because it was on Bobbi Brown's website. I feel like misled from both sides for that not to be the way it was advertised initially to people who signed up to be in the video. Again, unless it was in fine print, it wasn't very obvious to any of us that were going to be in the video that this was an ad. And of course, they weren't going to have women that looked especially different. They weren't going to have masculine women. I don't believe they had trans women in the video. I could be so wrong. There's 100 of us. I didn't talk to everybody. But like, even if there were, it wasn't highlighted. It wasn't part of the conversation. All of the conversation was, again, very Barbie-esque, basic topics of womanhood and what it means to be a woman. And after she made that statement, she was like, and I don't want you to feel affected by the fact that I just told you that. I want you guys to still show up like how you have been and to continue being authentic and sharing your opinions. And I'm like, no, you do not. No, you don't. Because so much of what I wanted to say is how, again, I'm going to use this word, it's a good word, how nefarious advertising is when it comes to beauty and how women view themselves and what they think they should be doing, what they think they should look like, because you are selling a product. The whole point of your existence is making women feel bad enough to buy something so they can feel better about themselves. And you're coming here asking us to be authentic and answer questions about the relationship between women and makeup and not talk about that. I don't know. It wasn't genuine. And they placed us in a very weird situation, which I think is what I'm most annoyed about. I just didn't feel comfortable speaking completely freely anymore with that information in mind. And also I was annoyed because I didn't sign up to be again, I know I probably did in the fine print, but I did not knowingly sign up to be in a ad for Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. I don't care about Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. Maybe I'll get in trouble even for posting this video, but it was just frustrating. But I think what annoys me about Jubilee in particular is what they try to sell, what they tell everyone that they are and what they care about, yada yada, what they stand for. And then like what was that one video they had? Children who have been affected by like gun violence in schools and then like pro-gun people. It's like, this is not, these two things are not equal. I'm going off on a tangent. Should I do the Ariana Grande nose? I'm now realizing I'm basically advertising their product, especially because it is pretty good. Would I ever pay for this? No, it's too expensive, but that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is I feel misled and didn't realize I was going to be in a volunteer-based promotional video. I thought I was going to be in a Spectrum-style video about women. And that also sucks pretty bad. Alright, I'll show you my final look when I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm sick of talking. And I have to leave in 2 seconds. I have to go. Bye. Thanks for watching.